Welcome back to the channel. Today we talk about Heart. Heart is one of the first female-centered bands in rock and roll, and they weren't middle of the road or anything like that. They came out of the gate rocking and continued to rock through their whole career. And so the genre, like I said, rock, hard rock, folk rock, and some pop, at least. You'd have to consider them at least partially a pop band. Involved Ann and Nancy Wilson, their sisters. Ann has one of the greatest voices, not just in rock and roll, but in music today. And Nancy is extremely accomplished guitarist. She didn't always play electric guitar, but she played a lot of acoustic guitar, especially in the beginning of the band. The band has gone through many changes over the years, but the core group from the heyday, the original lineup, if you will, was Roger Fisher on guitar, Gene Fossen bass guitar, and Mark DeRosier on drums, and Howard Leese on guitar and keyboards. Before we get too far into the Heart rabbit hole, please take time to like and subscribe. It's going to be easy. It's going to be so easy. You can do this. You can do it. I know you can. Please like and subscribe to keep the channel on the air. We keep making these rock and roll videos and helping all you people who have never heard classic rock music, or give you some direction on what to listen to, what formats to listen to it. You know, just, it's so simple. Click, click. You can do it. Heart started out as kind of a hippie band. They have the hippie mindset, and they're just lovely people. Ann and Nancy, in particular, I'm talking about, because like I said, they are the constant of the band. I think all the original members have been replaced over the years. And but they were just really, you could tell it through their music. You could feel this free spirit, if you will, and they just made some really great music, starting out with Dreamboat Annie in 1975. Dreamboat Annie had some really good songs, really commercially successful songs as well. Magic Man in particular. Dreamboat Annie. I haven't seen anybody react to Dreamboat Annie yet, but you should. It's a hidden gem. If you've not heard the song, I mean, it's the title song from the album, so it's not hidden, but it's a gem. Crazy on You, really good music video on that, as well as Magic Man, by the way. White Lightning and White Lightning and Wine, another hidden gem and a little bit hard for me to say today. And Sing Child is another hidden gem. A lot of hidden gems on this album. I don't know why they're hidden, but they're really gems. So listen to them, check them out. It's 1977, band came out with Magazine, another really good album. Heartless, very popular song. It'll probably be requested if you're a reactor. Without You, more of a hidden gem. Magazine, more of a hidden gem as well, but I really like that song. 1977 came out. Little Queen came out. Another really popular album for good reason. Barracuda, good music video, one of their best early songs. This was definitely, if anybody was thinking this is just a girls band, they're not going to play anything heavy, when you listen to Barracuda, you know that they weren't messing around. Love Alive, really same genre with the same level of intensity. More of a hidden gem. I don't hear anybody reacting to it, so do it. And Little Queen, this is a little more popular, a little more well-known, and for good reason. Very good song. Dog and Butterfly came out in 1978, and this is probably my favorite early Heart album. The title song is very good. And Cooking with Fire, hidden gem, but very intense. Straight On and Mistral Wind. Mr. Win, I consider a hidden gem, but I also consider my favorite Heart song of all time. It's an esoteric kind of very moody type song with some a lot of drama to it. So if it's not on your radar, put it on your radar. Definitely react to it if you're a reactor. Okay, in 1980, Baby Lestrange came out. Pretty good album. The commercial successfully songs on this album were the title song, Baby Lestrange, and Even It Up. Both pretty good, solid rock and roll songs. Hidden gem would be Sweet Darling, and yeah, very good album. Don't know how much you'll get requests for it, but if you're not a reactor, you can listen to anything you want, right? Private Audition came out in '82. A hidden gem called City is Burning. It's hidden now, but it was actually a very popular song played on the radio when the album came out. The title song and is more of a hidden gem too. And This Man Is Mine, not a hard rock song, but a very good song. Passion Works came out in 1983 and very pop oriented song, very well received song was How Can I Refuse. 1985 self-titled album, for some reason, what is that, 5-6 albums into their career, but came out with What About Love, and that was a chart topper. If Looks Could Kill, more of a hidden gem, but definitely should listen to it. And Never and These Dreams are both highly rated songs. These Dreams was number 1 on the chart, so if somebody doesn't request it, just play it. 1987 was Bad Animals, and Alone came out in that song. Alone is another number 1 song, so that's 2 albums in a row they had a number 1 song. Who Will You Run To is a good one, and There's the Girl is a good hidden gem from that album. 1990 was Brigade. All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You is the standout song from that album, definitely radio friendly as well. And that's where we'll stop on the albums as far as the studio albums, but their live stuff, there's a good list of live albums or live stuff to react to, especially for you guys who really just prefer seeing a band play live. Barracuda, there's a version of that in 1977, and most reactors go to this one, but it's dubbed over a live or staged recording, so it's not my favorite. I think there's a better one out there, and that was from Midnight Special in, I think, same year. The Barracuda on Midnight Special is live. It is them playing it with no after sweetening or anything else. And also on the Midnight Special, and this is the first video that I've done where I'm really going to push the Midnight Special, but for bands in the late 70s, that they all eventually ended up on the Midnight Special, except for maybe the really super groups like Zeppelin and the Who or whatever. I don't think the Who ever played. I know Zeppelin didn't, but the Midnight Special did damn good recordings, and they were all live. So, and Heart was on there. I think it was twice, but they had several songs on there. So, Magic Man, Keep Your Love Alive, Crazy on You. But the general rule for listening to live music, especially during then, is if you can, listen to a live version of a song close to the time that the album was released, not 20 years later. And there's some exceptions, obviously, some Pink Floyd and definitely Rush stuff, but not from Heart. Their later concerts, I mean, it was much more polished and everything, but if you want to see them at their height of their popularity with rock fans, then yeah, listen to the stuff that was, or watch the live stuff that was done in the 70s. I think you'll find enough good recordings to do that. One other note, and you definitely will get requested. If you haven't seen it already, Ann and Nancy Wilson performed with others, including Jason Bonham at the Kennedy Center for Led Zeppelin when they were being honored there. And if you haven't already seen this, you will get asked to do it if you're a reactor, but it's basically doing Stairway to Heaven in front of Led Zeppelin, or the remaining members of Led Zeppelin. And it's emotional. It's star-studded. I mean, the Obamas are in the audience, Stephen Colbert, I think I saw in the audience, and others. And the band was basically brought to tears. They loved this version of that song. And Zeppelin really didn't like playing Stairway to Heaven, especially by the end of their career. So, and this kind of changed that. It gave them new meaning gave them new perspective on it. So definitely watch that if you haven't already. And if you're a reactor, this could be one of your first reactions, and people are going to love it. So on our next video is Van Halen, one of the most popular bands of the 80s and style provocateurs. So yeah, stay tuned for that and let the good times roll.